Ring the alarm. Another season's dying. Whoa. Ring the alarm. Listen, people, welcome back to the Football Locker Room channel, man. And yeah, man, I had to jump on for this one. You get me? Cancelled plans and all of them things there, people. Make sure you smash a like on the way in. Obviously, yeah, Twisted there early on. Do you know what I mean? He didn't even wait, you know. My man did. I big up Twisted in the building, but my man didn't even wait, you know. Just straight, cuz. You get me? Man didn't play, you know. Just like Dorgo and Cunha did today, bro. These man didn't play, bro. Just rusty. ah, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. I might have one or two peeps coming on, man. But talk to me, people, cause wait, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm kind of speechless. I think there's one glaring issue for me. One glaring issue, but we're gonna get into it, man. Like I said, make sure you man smash the like on your way in. We've finally been beaten at home, people. Um, that is now 0 wins in 3 games. A draw against Liverpool, a draw against Forest, and now a loss against Manchester United. Um, I was expecting James, to be fair. Yeah, I know, but family man, you get me. Um, I don't know, man. I know he will have the link. Hopefully, he can jump on in it. Do you know what I mean? But me personally, like obviously family man and that, but I ain't got kids. You get me? You know. But like I said at the start, man, I had to cancel plans for this one because boy, what? Listen, after the first 20 minutes, people, yeah, like we were poor. We were poor in it. But before I get into my own embarrassment of a team, yeah, like you see goals like Patrick Dorgu, you see Cunha, yeah. What the fuck do you do with that, people? Now, what do you do with that? I can't remember if it was a half volley or you know what I mean. The ball was a little bit off the ground, but like Bruno, he juggles it a bit, gives it to Dugu, and he just like what it hits the underside of the bar. Keeper can't do nothing. First time, like what the fuck do you do with that, people? What the fuck do you do with that? Yeah, there were thoughts of our own. But what the fuck do you do with that? You see now, usually I'm mad, I'm shouting, I'm raging. Right now, I'm just apathetic because play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And this is what we done with the first goal. And when it comes to the situation of the first goal, I complained about it time and time and fucking time again. We go 1-0 up, and then all of a sudden it just becomes control, control, control. And you know what? Sometimes we do this at 0-0. Mentality stinks. Mentality fucking stinks. Big up Chromatic in the building, man. 3 games without a win. Arsenal fans must be tapped differently. Still downplaying it. We still top. Big up to all my Arsenal brothers and sisters out there, but I don't want to hear none of that talk. And for those of you, yeah, that's been along here in the journey, I've been telling James, I've been telling Yash, stop telling me we're still top this, we're still top that. Oh, not the worst result if we draw. It's a fucking title race. It's a title race that never should fucking be one. This should never be a title. Why the fuck are Man City? Yeah, people. Man City had to bring back a centre back on loan from Watford in the Championship. They are 4 points behind us. We have to go to the fucking Etihad. We have to go to the Etihad. And same old shit. And I keep saying it. You know what? I don't fear Man City. It's not about Man City. It's about us. It's about us. You know why? Because we are rabbit in 8 Mile. We shoot our own fucking selves in the foot every single goddamn time. Every time, people. Every time. Am I surprised at what I just saw? Well, I'm a little surprised with the goals that were scored. Not that Cunha and Dorgu can't score those goals because I've seen Cunha hit a couple bangers. Do you know what I mean? Dorgu actually has a good technique. We've learned that in the last couple months or so. But that, yeah, I'm a bit surprised because the fuck do you do with that? And at that time, people, at that time, I think at half time, United had that two shots on goal. They had two shots on goal, and it was 1-1. People, it was 1-1. Listen, people, make sure you guys smash the like and subscribe on your way in, man. But it was 1-1. They had two shots on goal and bang, just straight like that. Do you know what I mean? Big up Twisted Fate saying that both world class goals. To be honest, there's nothing Raya could have done. I know, on the side of the post. But then we have to talk about what the fuck Zubamendi is doing. Again, failing to close, similar to what happened in the Inter Milan game. Similar to what happened in the, and we do this a lot when it comes to long shots. When we defend long shots, we don't like to close the player down. We do this. We do hands behind our back. Yeah. Do the skanky leg. Do the skanky leg. This is how we defend long shots. And it pisses me off. We defend long shots like we're doing the skanky leg. And it's jarring. It's jarring. Obviously, I know the volume of the voice is raised, but I'm not even that mad pissed. It's just at this point, it's just annoying. You know what I mean? I'm just a bit apathetic at the moment because it's just the same old shit. The same old shit. Doing up skanky legs, defending long shots. You know what I mean? Let's go, people. Let's go back from the start. Let's go back from the start. Twisted Fate saying, imagine Carrot comes in, wins all his games, and hear me out, wins the Prem. Nah, I'm joking. Listen, I could be wrong in it. Obviously, Twisted, yeah, we would have to see how Manchester United play against teams that they're actually expected to beat. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know if it's a case of Dogu's gonna start on the left wing. But to be fair, Dogu has done well, and even in the last few games for ALAAARM, I think ALAARM played him on the left wing and he played well. And then the next game puts him back at right wing back. That terrorist, bro. Honestly, I hate United, and it got to the point I wanted him out. Do you know what I mean? Big up George Halfam in the building. Do you know what I mean? Hello, can I say a huge statement? Yeah, a huge statement from United. But again, there's always different types of challenges, man. Like, let's see how you man, and I think you guys will fare well. I think you guys will actually go on a good run. But like I said, let's see how Manchester United play against teams that they're expected to beat. Because let's not change the narrative now. They weren't expected to beat City. I know some United fans expected something out of this game, but on the whole, like fans in general, didn't expect United to get the W today. Do you know what I mean? Pick up Nicodem Projik in the building. I hope I pronounced that right. You get me? I got told that you know what I mean, I'm decent with the pronunciations and that. But yeah, look, do you know what the most annoying thing is? Yeah, we actually start the game off well. We press them well. We don't even let them out. And I don't know. People say, "Oh, both of the goals were scrappy. They were a bit of luck." I don't know because at the end of the day, you know what it is, people. I say this all the time. A lot of the times, I said this with the Nottingham Forest game that we lost, and I say pressure burst pipe, pressure burst pipe, and this is what happened in the first 15 minutes or so. This is what happened. Capier puts the cross in. Do you know what I mean? I think it was. Oh man, I think it was Shaw that fell to win the header at the back post. Ball comes back in, and then Timber kicks at it, comes off Martinez. Me personally, it seems as if it Timber kicked it and it went straight in, but it was given as an own goal, whatever. But I actually think that we worked that goal, man. But and this is one of the biggest problems of how we approach games, and I always said this about our approach play. We could talk about players all day long. We could talk about players all day long, but it's the approach play and the mentality that the approach play brings. And I keep complaining about it, and I don't hear enough people talking about it, is the way we play out the back. It's a big problem. And I'm going to go further into it. George Halfam is saying Saka needs to leave or he needs to massively step up. The guy plays 90 minutes every week, even though the last time he scored was on the 3rd of December. We need so much from him. Now I hear it, and you know what? Look, we can have a segment about the players, yeah? We can have a segment about the players. And I don't want to get into the manager too tough because I think this season, as well as last season, I get what he's trying to do. We tried to be the attacking team, always on the front foot. It didn't work out. So now we're trying to control teams a bit more, be more dogged, be a bit more scumbaggery, control games, get out there 1-0, 2-0, clean sheets. And I get it. And look, we are still 4 points ahead, but that's by the by. This playing out the back fucks us up. The juice is not worth the squeeze. And the reason why we play out the back because we want to draw teams onto us. We want to draw teams onto us. Now, the problem is that in that midfield, we don't have players here that are that has a high level of press resistance. You see, a lot of the times, usually a Zubamendi, but sometimes you see Odegaard dropping into the pocket to receive the ball. Sometimes you will see Marino. Sometimes you would even see Eze when he's playing there. But what happens sometimes is that for whatever reason, if not Zubamendi, whether it's Odegaard, whether it's Eze, they're either hiding or they're standing in positions where the manager asks them to stand in. You watch that goal. You watch that goal against Zubamendi. Sorry, no. Saliba receives the ball in the middle. He looks up. No one's showing for the ball. I think Declan Rice starts to drop into the position, but it's too late. He's taken too long. There's pressure on the ball. Now, he plays it into Zubamendi. Zubamendi's off balance. Instead of clearing it out or doing the safe thing, hitting it out for a throw in, he goes back to the goalkeeper. And then what happens? We fuck around and we find out. And Buemo reads that. And I saw it. I think it was Buemo and Bruno. I think both of them, that was just, they were on their toes, waiting for a bad pass, waiting for that right moment to press. They were waiting for it. And then all of a sudden, boom, ball goes into a Bumo, sidesteps the keeper, bang, goes in, 1-0. Every single, no, let me not say every single flipping time, but way too many near misses in games. We play it from the back because we want to do this control thing and we want to draw teams out. Instead of actually, carrying the ball out to man, doing a bit of risk, playing it through the lines, getting on the half turn and turning defenders. No. We want to get players out of position, get them onto us so that players further up can have all that space to then drive into. The juice is not worth the squeeze. It's the same shit that happened. Well, it's a similar shit that happened against Nottingham Forest. You keep doing that. At some point, someone's going to be out of position. So you're not going to find the pass. Or someone's going to be out of the position. It's because it's a system game, it's muscle memory. It's muscle memory. People start playing the passes into certain positions because they think someone's always going to fucking be there. But lo and behold, against Nottingham Forest, Gabriel was out of position, boom, 1-0. Difference is against the Nottingham Forest, they have flipping Callum Hudson-Odoi and Awani and Morgan Gibbs-White. But Manchester United, they have Cunha. They have Mbeumo, two of the best attackers in the Premier League statistically last season. And they have Bruno. That's the difference. You really surprised? You really surprised? I've never seen anything positive come from us playing from the back. It happened against Bournemouth, and once again today, that is where Arteta comes in. Big up George Holtham. My bad, I said Haltham before. Holtham. Big up yourself, George. Big up. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. I'm so glad I'm not the only one saying this. I'm so glad. Just time and time and time after again. I'm just tired, guys, man. I'm just tired of it now. I'm just tired of it. And I see it a lot of times as well. When we're getting pressed on the ball, we don't know. When we try to pass the ball forward, we try to find someone. And I don't mind that. But you need to be sensible with it. Sometimes clear it into an area where The opposition defender now has to go back and then you can press upon them. But no, it's we have to find someone. And because a lot of the times our passes ain't accurate, we just give the ball to the other opposition and we're back on the back foot again. And if it doesn't happen at 0-0, it happens at 1-0. I'm just tired now. I'm tired. And listen, big up before I go in. Before I go in anymore, let's see what everyone else is saying, man. Make sure you smash that like, people, man. Twister saying, what I would say is the cheek of some Arsenal fans to say this team would beat my 08 United team. Shaq's that infuriated me, not going to lie. Wild statement from some of your guys' fans. And Twisted, yeah, to everybody watching, yeah, I get told, yeah, by my own fan base that I hate my own team. Because I will say to people, listen, we do not have one top attacker, Saka included. We have a lot of good players. I like some of our players, but especially in the attack, we don't have that. And usually, if you bring in an attacker that's got a lot of flair or, you know, they might try things and get things wrong, but they try to do things of their own accord, it gets coached out of them. Because this Eze that we're seeing now is not the Eze that we saw at Palace. It's not the same guy. He's been cloned, people. He's been cloned. The cheek, the absolute cheek. Because I thought that was just Theo Walcott just trying to make conversation on live TV. And I ain't heard any of my Arsenal brethren saying that. But if there's Arsenal fans out there on that, fucking shame on you. Fucking shame on you. What, that version of Cristiano Ronaldo? Carlos Tevez? Are you fucking smoking? Mad. Mad, 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 mad. And when it all comes down to it and the system thing don't work, I know I'm kind of going ahead of the game, but when it all comes down to it and the system thing don't work, who does what Dorgu done today? Who does what Cunha done today? Because this season, I've only seen Trossard and Eze do it. Those are the only two players outside of the system. Get the ball out of their feet and just whack. Or arrives on the ball late, whack. A chance that is not easy to make. For example, Trossard goal against Sunderland. The Eze hat-trick. Just jarring. Just same old shit, man. Same old shit. Just uninspiring, people. Uninspiring. And some of my Arsenal brothers and sisters out there, they might be, obviously in isolation, of course, it's fresh after the game. You might be pissed, but people might say, oh, well, we're still 4 points ahead. We should be fucking 14 points ahead. I keep saying this. Everyone is so inconsistent. It's just a joke at this point. Dorgu Guanin like Bell spawning from nowhere, like where that come from, madness. Top Red wanted to loan him and bring Amas back not too long ago. Yeah, you can thank ALAAARM for that, man. You can thank ALAAARM for that. ALAAARM, hey, my brother, I'm not gonna say your gov, but Chromatic, yeah. Man was saying that you should move on my new for ALAAARM, you know. A guy that averaged a win every month. Embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? Man said man like Ballon Dorgu. Hey, you never know. It might be a belting. Big up Liam in the building. I know I've seen you in there before. Sorry I've got to the message late, man. You know what I mean? Let me shut up and see what everyone else is saying, man. You get me? But big up Liam in the building, man. Do you know what I mean? I know you've been there before. I know people are busy, so when you can make it, you can make it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Bruno Guani like Salah, not nice in the ball, but time we have a GA, man, I take it. I hear it. I hear it. Shame we can't have that. It's a shame we can't have that. Not me just screaming at the players to clear it or get it up the pitch. 1,000 passes around our own penalty area. I feel bad for some players. It's almost forced onto them. Facts, George. Facts. Absolute facts. One second, people. Let me see if because I was expecting someone else to jump on as well. Because honestly, man, when that final Muslim went, I'm like therapy. I was supposed to go out, go see family real quick, but I like nah, cancel that. I can't. I can't. You know what I mean? I don't want to be. You get me? I don't want to be in a stinky mood around blood. You get me? You know? Nah, man. Can't do family, man, today. But big up everyone in the chat, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Do you know what I mean? Car boy, man needed the therapy. You get me? And yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm always showing up when we don't do well. But I don't know. Other man, they just you get me. But obviously, I get it. People got things to do, work in the morning. I get it. I hear it. You get me. Big up Jay in the building. Hey Jay, if you can jump on, man. Even if it's for 5, 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Because I need a conversation. Or if not, bro, message me, man. Message me, because we, not just me, yeah, we need to get your thoughts, my brother, because you was talking head of a game. It's like you don't know who we are, what we are, man. It's like you don't know what this fixture is about, my guy. So, you know, I'm jealous of Konya. I hear it, my bro. I hear it, my bro. I like Twisted thanking Jay for the congrats. While going for the Starboy, your fans telling me as a 150 to 200 million player, Taras. Unfortunately, Chromatic, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like the game of football, his value today is definitely in 100 million. Yo, can you man? Ha ha. You man, can you hear me now? What the fuck just happened, bruv? Yo, can you man hear me now? Can you hear me? What the? I listen. I do you know what? Yeah, if you man can hear me, yeah, yo, yo, big up Chromatic, yeah, cause I big up Chromatic, cause he bailed me. I ain't touched nothing, you know. I ain't touched not. I listen. Do you know what? Yeah, I think Arteta heard me. You know, I think Arteta heard me, man. And he just hacked my systems. Apologies, people. I don't know what. How long was I muted for, bro? Nah, that's mad. You know, a good 5 minutes. Crazy. Hey, apologies. Hey, nah, I'm an amateur. You know, I'm a real amateur in this thing, bruv. Real amateur, bruv. What the actual fuck? Apologies, people. Let me go back. Let me go. Do you know what? I can't remember everything I said, but I've just been going on one. But basically, people, yeah, I was talking about the Odegaard situation, yeah, and I'm like, when we was playing in 22, 23, this is not the Odegaard that I saw. Yeah, twisted. Literally, I was all that time I was talking about your Bruno comment. Like when it comes to top technical players, I can't trust people that treat the football like a grenade. And listen, I'm gonna critique here. I'm gonna critique Odegaard because yeah, he is a bit of a pump. He is a bit side to side. I get it. He doesn't get into the edge of the D in those areas often and get shots off for little lovely little dink balls. He don't get the ball. He don't show for the ball enough. He just pump on, man. He don't show for the ball, get on the half turn. But correct me if I'm wrong, people. Correct me if I'm wrong. George, Ish, Twisted, Flair play. Big up Flair play in the building. Do you know what I mean? Chromatic. Correct me if I'm wrong. This version, yeah, and Jay, if you're still in the building, this version of Odegaard that you're seeing now, this version that you are seeing in Odegaard now, is this the same Odegaard that you saw in 2022, 23? I want to know. I don't know why the fuck man's itching all of a sudden, bruv. You get me? Things straight out of the washer and that. Please, let me know. The Odegaard that we saw in 22, 23, is this the same Odegaard? Just yes or no in the chat. I want to know because I get it. Twisted, you're saying, "Oh, we need a player like Bruno." I just want to know. Please let me know. Is this the same Odegaard? Is this the same Odegaard? I twisted. Listen, twisted. Man, talking about easy W. Don't let me start getting shameless and start talking about we fucking gave you the game, mate. Don't let me go there. Don't let me go there. Not up there. He was better. Not KDB, but he was better. I'm not trying to hear it. That Bruno shadow striker. That's what he is. Good player. I'm not doubting that. Not doubting that. But I can't. Again, It's just how I see football, innit? It's just how I see football. I can never, ever call you a top player or one of the best if you treat the football like a hot potato. In this twisted, in this very game, yeah, I saw the bro. You man were on the counter, yeah, and on his first touch, he he just smacked. He passed the ball. He just smashed the ball, bro, into Sesko's face, and then he went down. Please tell me you remember that. Twisted. Please tell me you remember that. In the second half, man just dashed the ball, you know, and it hit Sesko in the face and he went down. Please tell me you remember that. Please tell me. I'm sorry. I can't rate the thing if you treat it like a hot potato. That's not to say that he can't play a slide rule pass. That's like again, he's a good player. Nah, he didn't run into that. He just smashed it, bro. No wing mirrors. I can't. I'm sorry if you're a creative player. I can't rate you highly. You're just a good player. You're a shadow striker. You're decisive. But that version of Odegaard, 23, 24 as well. I know his numbers went down, but he was good in that season as well. But big up George. Hasn't been the same player since that game versus Everton at the end of the 23-24 season. Facts. And ever since then, 24, 25, 25, 26, everything has just been about control. Everything. This is why we drew so many games. And ill discipline as well. Because some of those draws that we got from getting red cards, that probably would have been 3 points. We probably would have had a better season last season. But ultimately, this is where it comes in. This is where it comes to. Can't lie, people say the same thing about Martinelli. Arteta draining the talent. Fair play, Liverpool fan. Even he's saying it. It's just, I don't know what to say, people, man. It's just started so well, man. We started so well, so well, and then we revert to type, control, play it out the back, fuck around and find out, go in our show. Let's keep it 1-0. And this approach play seeps into the mentality because we don't have that mentality of okay, cool, let's go get the second. Let's take risk to go get the second. Let's take risk to go get the third. It's just control, 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 control. And you fuck around and find out. And I had so many of these conversations with fellow Arsenal fans about this earlier in the season. We're this points ahead, we're that points ahead, this, that, this, that. Now look, we just seen Man City get slapped up by the same United team, get slapped up by Bodo Glimt with a makeshift back four. Now they're only 4 points behind us and we have to go to the Etihad. Yep. Fantastic work, Arsenal Football Club. But you ran into that. I ain't trying to hear that, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Where's your awareness at? People only talk about Bruno's grenades, but never want to talk about his actual technical ability. He's got technique. Bro, how many times... Okay, you know what? I probably haven't said this. He's got technique. He's actually a really good shooter. In fact, it's his shooting. When he first came in here and he done a mad thing, it's his shooting that appealed to me most. Not his passing. Good player. But remember, my man's in his 30s. He doesn't come from this generation. The guy made his professional debut in like 2013. I wasn't even legal to buy alcohol from the flipping from the off license. Forget the supermarket because their man will check ID. Man couldn't even. I'm in and around his age. He ain't from this generation. He don't get that excuse. What, man only realized, man only knew who he was until he turned 24. Sorry, no, he ain't the guy. I'm sorry, he ain't the guy. He's a good player, though. It's unfortunate because he's having to play in a role that don't best suit him. Shadow striker, playing off the striker. Bombs ball into the box, get on the ends of chances. You will rust in the back of the net. That's when you get the best out of Bruno. But I don't want to keep talking about Bruno, man. I don't want to keep talking about him. But we also forgetting he tick-attacked with 3 of your players around him for Dogu's goal. No, we didn't defend properly. That's number 1. And number 2, I ain't special, brother. Brother, I've seen, and this is why you obviously I've rated Odegaard and I've tried to back him, but I've seen our players do this with our eyes closed. I've seen Xhaka do things like that. Like I'm not. Come on, man. I could just remember that 0-0 versus Everton last season. That's when I knew that Odegaard was starting to fall off. He would have games where he created little, and now it's consistently. And do you know what? Yeah, George, I can't lie. Yeah, like last season was so unforgettable. I don't even remember that. Off the top of my head, the only thing I remember was the red cards, the 2-2 Man City, and beating them 5-1, and obviously the Champions League. Well, off the top of my head, that game is just a blur. It's just a blur. Twisted. I'm not saying that all he does is shoot. Do you know what it is, Twisted? Yeah. Do you know what it is, Twisted? Football's gone so shit now, yeah, that he looks good, but we're forgetting that he played. We're forgetting, yeah, that he played in the same time, yeah, where Pogba was at your football club, where KDB was on his thing, where Gundogan was on his thing, like. Look, Twisted. Let's just agree to disagree. You think he's great? I don't know. Let me know if you think he's great or not. Like he's got good technique. I'm not saying he can't pass. Just I I don't rate you highly if you treat the football like a hot potato, my brother. I've been watching football since 2004, my bro. And Bruno's older than me, so he's probably been watching football for longer than me. And he don't come from this generation of footballers that's been bred into the game the past 5, 6 years. He's an OG in the football. He's an OG at this point. He's big bro slash OG at this point. So no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give him that credit. He's not this new. If he was from this new gen of ballers, I get it. You grew up in a time when you actually had to beat it anyway. I don't want to go too over the top. Like he's a good player, man. Twisted. I don't know what more you want me to say. Like he can pass. Like I remember the pass that he gave to Kobe Manu for the FA Cup final. I'm not saying he can't pass. He's a good player. Nothing more than that. You're not gonna get more from me, Twisted. You're not gonna get more from me. Do you know what I mean? And I know I get what you're saying. We currently don't have anyone do. We currently don't have anyone doing that. But Twisted. My point is, I've seen man do that. I've seen Xhaka do that. I've seen Odegaard do that. Hell, do you know what? On the odd occasion, I've even seen Fabio Vieira do that. If it wasn't for the UCL performance, Arteta wouldn't be in the job. He would, George. He would. He would. And now this is where I look at the people. This is where, yeah, I look at the people higher up because there's something at this football club, yeah. There's something at this football club that just it stinks of complacency. It stinks of complacency. It really does. Let me plug this. Let me plug this in. This football club, it stinks of complacency, man. It stinks of complacency. Because during this 3, 4 year when we were challenging for the title, we could have had Ancelotti in. Ancelotti's been available and Enrique's been available. But unfortunately, and I'll be very honest with you, I actually want this to work out because I don't know if anyone is realizing or clocking or looking around. Look around world football. All these top managers that you have, they don't really exist no more. They don't. The only three I can think of is Pep, who's at Man City. I don't see him managing another Premier League club. Absolutely not. Enrique, he's at PSG. I know the reports came out saying that he's looking for a new challenge, but his contract doesn't end this year. It ends next year. And Hansi Flick. And I don't see Hansi Flick leaving that job anytime soon. So who else? When Pep leaves, when Pep leaves Man City, who do you think Man City's getting? What do you think they're gonna go for Antonio Conte? Because I know those man that don't like Arteta that want him out. And by the way, I've wanted him out for time as well. But a lot of men that have the similar viewpoint to me, they'll be like, "Oh, getting Conte, he's one." Man City ain't hiring Conte. Barcelona would never hire a Conte. There's reason for that. Not that he's a bad manager, just he ain't a good fit. Who do you think Man City's going for? Who are they going for when Pep leaves? That's why I want this to work. But unfortunately, just win the league, man. Win the Carabao and just win the league. I beg. It's been too long. I'm tired, man. I'm jaded, people. I'm jaded. And do you know what? I need a fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Where's my lighter? Big up Twisted. He's saying, nah, I don't think he's great, but I think he's technically gifted, but doesn't use his gift to his full potential. But my point is, Arsenal don't have a player that wants to take these risks that he does. I'm twisted, and I'll keep reiterating the point. I've seen these players take those. I've seen these players take risks before. We play differently now, and all of a sudden, everything is risk averse. Arteta didn't trust in what he was doing. Instead of just improving the personnel, he's gone down this road. And to be fair, we're still 4 points at the top. We're top of the Champions League group, and we've got one foot in a Carabao Cup final. So on paper, it don't look too bad. But when you consider the amount of time that he's gone down a direction where he's gone away from what he was doing before. And we're now in a situation, and in past seasons, there's always been, oh, Man City's been too good. No one expected Liverpool to win, but now they did. But Slot had a Slot had world class players to build up with. Look who Arteta had when he started 5 fucking years ago. Prior to that point, bro, I'm not asking you to glaze ruin. I'm just saying you got nobody wanting to take risk. No, but Twisted, yeah, like I agree, but my point is I'm going into the reasons as to why, or as to why I think that's the case. Because we took risk before. We did take risk, but that is probably on our Arteta thing more than anything. But it's the truth, and this is the thing, my bro. Like, I can't. It's difficult for me to judge a football in a particular way when you have a head manager that's hell bent on doing something. I really do. Because ask me something. Bruno under Amarim versus Bruno under Oli. Is that the same player? No. I'm so desperate for Arteta to pull this off, but results like this make me doubt it. You're such a great fan. Hey, listen, big up George Halford, man. Listen, I'm no great fan, man. I'm just, yeah, man. I'm just me in it. Like, what can I say, man? Like, I'm just a normal fan. I'm supposed to have someone jump on. 1 second, people. Let me check it, man. Let me check it, bro. Real quick. Do you know what I mean? Because I might wrap up in a sec. You get me? Yo, I might wrap up in a sec, but it's just not much more than I can say, man. Start off well, then we could continue to do the control thing, which is just it's costing us a lot. When it comes to long shot opportunities, we defend like we're doing the skanky leg. And then, do you know what pisses me off the most? Yeah, do you know what pisses me off the most, people? 88 minutes, and we're still doing the build up from the back shit. 88. We have Yokeres out there. Big up AFC 87. Captains set the standards, and our captain is below the standard. Hey, listen, AFC 87. I know, man. I hear it. Listen, I've said from daylight, I don't want him to be the captain, but unfortunately, remember, we all said, Eze is better than Odegaard. Eze should start, whatnot, blah, blah. Eze comes on and he does the same things. AFC 87, when I see the players doing the same old blood clot thing time and time again, it's very difficult to look at the players. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, AFC 87. It's very difficult, especially when you've seen players do more, especially when you've seen the players do differently when they are set up a different way. And there's different repetitions about them. It's very, very difficult to look at the players when different players are coming in and it's the same old goddamn shit. How long are we going to keep looking at the players? It's just jarring. And I know and you know what? I know they didn't have the quality. I know there was poor decision making at times. It's not everything about the way that we set up that's crap. I know it, but what's the point of me? Like I could go into Madueke running into blind alleys. That was something that I mentioned before. Beats his man. But once he beats his man, he's a blind man on the pitch in the final third. I'm seeing Eze glitching like a GTA fucking character on GTA San Andreas, nonetheless. Booker T did nothing. Even Yokeres did more than him. I hear it. And obviously, a lot of people said, "Oh, Yokeres is crap, whatnot, blah blah." Put Jesus up top. I said this in my preview as well. Jesus don't occupy defenders enough. He don't ask too much questions of the centre backs. It's a bit easier to clamp him because not only does he drop steep, but he actually tries to use his body. The guy's like 5'9" and slim. Like, man, I'm just gonna push it out of the way. Do you know what I mean? Arteta phase 7 got outplayed by Carrick phase 0.1 perfect performance. I hear it. What can I say? And obviously, AFC 87, yeah, like, I know, because obviously, like, I'm on the same, I have the same overall outlook as you. I think the only difference is that I still think Arteta was a good coach, and you probably think he's shit. I just don't think he's a winning one. And it's just like, how long are we gonna do this? You know? And the thing is, when you score two brilliant goals like that, and I'm seeing our defenders defending like they're doing the skanky leg, what am I supposed to do? What, like, yeah, man. 1 second, people. Just jarring, man. It's just jarring. Not gonna lie, Shaq, she was right. I was more scared of Jesus, but he was non-existent. I will hold my hands up to that because, like, bro, I've seen it. Like when Jesus has come back into the team, yeah, I've seen one game. I've seen one game, and it's like, okay, he does drop deep, whatnot, but man, I just wrestling him off the ball. Do you know what I mean? He's not as mobile as he was before, and you know what? His touch ain't as sharp as it was before. Do you know what I mean? Big up AFC 87 these away gonna be tough. No, bro, AFC 87. I can't lie. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. We need to. We should slap these, bro. No, 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 no. I listen. Yeah, look. If I can't be confident about Leeds, I don't know what going for us, man. I don't know what going for us, man. I don't know what. I don't know what going for us. But congrats to United, man. You did play well. I can't lie, United. Look, United. I'll be so real with you, man. You did play very well. You were very competitive. Even when you couldn't play out, like you still battled. Like don't get it twisted. But I'm sorry, we gave you the onus in that game. We gave you the onus, and again, you were tactically set up right because we go our new up and we keep doing what we do. We fuck around and find out playing at the back, trying to draw teams because we want to control and do all of this and that. And you was tactically set up right enough for you to capitalize on that. But I'm sorry, we just gave it to them. Like Zubamendi, you're off balance. You can, oh my days. I don't get it. Like David Raya is on your blind side. And Bruno's right there. You're off balance. You're off. The brother is off balance. Your brother, you're off balance. Why are you playing the pass to your blind side? Why? First of all, when Saliba had the ball, Rice and Odegaard, why the fuck are you hiding? But why? Why? Just to say, why is it always, oh, we gave you the win when United beats these teams? No, but it's not twisted. Hear what I'm saying? Because I already said, yeah, you were set up tactically right enough, yeah, for you to capitalize on the way we play, and that's good intelligence from Carrick. But the reason why I'm saying that because, bro, I've seen us do this time and time again, man. Big up to Mario in the building, man. My brother from another. Them goals were good. I can't lie. Hey, listen, them goals were fucking class. But Tamari, I don't know if he's been here, but I keep saying these men were doing the skanky leg, they were doing the Nalinga and the sweep at the same time. They do this all the time here when it comes to defending long shots. My brother. It's the same thing against Inter Milan. Same thing against Inter Milan. Zubamendi was closing down, is it Suchic's name is? But instead of actually, you know what, cool, you might give away a foul, but instead of actually trying to clamp, man's still doing this, do the skanky leg, do the with the arm behind the back, and like, bro, that the fuck are you doing? Like, fuck what? Honestly, man, I just can't. I just can't. No, you didn't give us you didn't pop, brother. Zubamendi passed Embuemo the ball. That is a fact. You didn't pass us the ball. How can you give us? How can you give us a goal when like five, six of our players were in possession of the ball before the first goal went in? Make it make sense, Twisted. Make it make sense. Captain crosses the ball in. You missed the header, or to be fair, I think Luke Shaw might have got the head to the ball, but you didn't give us the goal. We forced the issue. We didn't let you out in the first 15 minutes. We didn't. And I can't lie, Twisted. If you disagree, we didn't watch the same game. You didn't pass us the ball. You didn't pass us the ball. The ball just nicked off because you call it our own goal and that, bro. The ball nicked off him. You're acting like the ball was going one way and your defender just kicked it into your goal. No, we crossed the ball in. Timber shot the ball. It came off your defender. I don't know why that was given as an own goal, but is what it is. I'm talking about no, you didn't. You passed the bro. You passed the ball. Brother. I'm talking about Twisted. I'm talking about the first goal. We literally passed you the ball. We passed you the ball. Because before that, all it was is one ball over the top and then Bruno shanking it wide. That was all you had. It was all us. At half time, we had like 7 shots on goal. You had like 2. Like, come on, we're not watching the same game then. Again, that's not to say that you don't deserve the win. That's not to say that, but like Twisted, what we did today, I see my team do over and over again. Twisted, come on, you watch me. How many times? How many times do I say we are our own worst enemy? Twisted, 2 things can be true at the same time. 2 things can be true. You said that you forced us into. 2 things can be true at the same time. I don't even think you forced it. I wouldn't even say you forced it. I wouldn't even say that. But when Saliba had the ball, I was already panicking because I know what we're going to do. He's going to bring it to Zubamendi. Zubamendi's going to try to pass it back to the keeper. We do this every time, Twisted. This is my team. I know what I'm talking about, my brother. I know what I'm talking about. We do this all the fucking time. This is why I'm annoyed. This is why I'm annoyed, because apart from one pop shot from Bruno, you had nothing before you scored. That's the point. Now, from then on, of course, you deserved the 2 magnificent finishes, and you battled well, and we made poor decisions of the ball, and you forced possessions off the ball. But the reason why you was tactically set up well, yes, because you know what we do. But again, we did not have to do what we did. Odegaard, for that first goal, Odegaard and Rice, they did not have to hide in that fucking midfield, but we do this all the fucking time. All the time, my brother, we do this. All the fucking time. If I know, flipping armchair fan, if I know that Zubamendi's gonna pass the ball back, he's not even under pressure like that. He's not. The passing patches was being blocked. Cool. But you're supposed to be a top midfielder. Take a touch across the defender. Or if you're in doubt, fucking clear it. But this is what we all. My bro. We do this so many times, and to be fair, a lot of the times it works. The opposition team, they block that passing passage, and we recycle. We go back to Raya. And then whoever it is, whether it's Zubimendi or Saliba, spreads out wide, open so that Raya can pass it back to the centre back. We do this all the time, my bro. That's what because we draw you in. We do this on purpose. Teams always try to close us down, but we pass it back to the. We do this on purpose. And Twisted, the reason why, yeah, I keep reiterating this point because I keep talking about it and it pisses me off. Let me brother, my bad people. We didn't do anything because we saw pressure for the first 30 minutes. You think we're coming to the Emirates to play ball? I'm not saying that you're supposed to come and play ball, but my brother, when you tried to counter, we didn't allow you to. That's the point. We didn't allow you to. I know your game plan, but we didn't allow you. That's the point that you're not trying to twist it. That's the point that you're not getting. I'm not saying go on the front foot. You try to go on the counter. You try to carry out your game plan in those first 20 minutes. We didn't allow you to. You didn't purposefully lose the ball every time you went on the counter. No, we stopped you. But from then on, United, fair play. And then we do what we always do and fuck our own selves up. I don't know what more to say, man. I just don't know what more to say, man. Just it's embarrassing, people. It's embarrassing, man. But listen, people, big up for tuning in, man. Big up for tuning in. Do you know what? Yeah, I don't even know. I was gonna stream into Never a Foul. You get me? You man head over there. Obviously, man can't do no fucking what's the thing called redirects and whatnot. But do you know what? I don't even want to hear these United, man. I Twisted. You're bad enough. You're bad enough. Because he panicked, he made 4 subs at once. That's why. And because Martinelli's been poor in the league, he thought, oh, let me get Madueke because I know he's gonna beat his man. That's why. But none of it matters. Listen, people, big up. We're reaching the hour mark because I'll just be here saying the same old things, man. We need to fucking fix up. We need to fix up. And any Arsenal fan, anyone that tells me, oh, but we're still 4 points ahead, all of you, man, listen, big up Yas. You've all seen Yas on the channel before. You've seen Footy Corner on the channel before and in the chat. Please, for the fucking life at me, and obviously I'm just passionate in it. It's nothing personal. But for the fucking life at me, yeah, for the fucking life of me, yeah, I don't want to hear I'm sorry, but as Arsenal fans, I'm sorry. Do you know what? I now have to be the dickhead and police people and tell people, do you know what? We should never be happy or satisfied or complacent about dropping points. Never, never, ever, ever. I don't give a fuck what the reality is. I don't care if we're 7 points ahead. I don't care if, but you're not going to win every game. I don't give a fuck. You should never, ever, 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 ever be fucking understanding of dropping points, especially when everyone else is shit. Now look, all of the concerns that we raised before, man are telling me the attack is gonna click. No, this is who we are by design. I keep telling people, listen. Let me shut up. I'm getting big up people, man. Big up Twisted, man. Bless up. And listen, do you know what? Congrats. In the end, you deserve the win because we just do stupid shit, and our approach plays seeps into our mentality, and ultimately that means that we don't we don't do enough in that final third, and we rely too much on set pieces, and once again it's bitten us in the arse. It's now no one's in three. Okay, we've done really well in the Champions League, 1 foot in the final, but Arsenal, you need to fix the fuck up. Is Chelsea up next? Or is it Kyra? Hold on a second, people. Let me check. But I've got the camera in front of the tabs and that. Let me check. 1 second, people. Before we wrap up. Before we wrap up, yeah. Before. Do you know what? I might be cruel. Do you know what, yeah? Mikel Arteta, when is the game against Kyrat? Is on a Mikel Arteta on Tuesday and on Thursday and Friday. You need to get on that fucking training pitch. You need to get on that fucking training pitch and try something different. Different instructions. You have a number of people that was here when we was playing the way that we did in 22-23. Go back to that if you need to, because this ain't running. This ain't running. It's not working. The control thing it's not working. The not losing by any means is not fucking working. Stop it. Change it up now. You're pissing me off. But yeah, look, people, make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscribe, man. And yeah, bruv. Salute in it. Fucking Arsenal, man.